Ah, what a beautiful day. Wonder if anything important or exciting is coming up anytime soon. Oh yeah, Artfight is in like less than 2 months. Artfight is what? Hello everyone, and welcome to what is probably my first video in 3 years that is longer than a minute. Might not be news to you, especially if you've seen my short announcing it or you're one of my friends, but this year I'm doing Artfight! Hooray! So I thought I'd do one of these little videos since I've been binge watching all the ones from last year. As of recording this, the teams have not been announced, but that's because I'm a little too excited, and I'm making this in May for some reason. So here I'm making the last of the references for my characters. I didn't really have much left to do since I am, again, maybe too excited and made the bulk of my references months in advance. This is Moon, one of my oldest OCs. I think I originally made him in like Gacha Studio, but he was way different. He didn't really have any lore or backstory until I got into Undertale about 5 years ago, which is when I decided to make this beloved OC the star of my AU, Fallen Spirit. He's also basically my self-insert. You can see me here suffering the pain of accidentally drawing everything on one layer. I think somewhere I saw a fix for this, but I don't remember what it was, so I just ended up redrawing the whole thing. This is also, coincidentally, the only ref of this video that I actually ended up making flat colored. That's just because my art kinda sucks with no shading. To make up for the lack of shading, I did color in the line art here, but I didn't really bother with the other two, since again, they're shaded. So this AU is basically, what if I insert this character and it messes up everything? Because, you know, this AU is 5 years old and I didn't really have any other better ideas at the time. Despite everything though, Fallen Spirit is near and dear to my heart, even if I make fun of it sometimes. If you follow me on Tumblr, which you totally should by the way, I recently posted, like, Dagger, which is the sans of this AU, with cat ears and a tail as a draw this in your style challenge. So that was fun. But anyway, here's Moon. I think this drawing is nearly done. Yeah. That's that. I love him. Next up is my OC Tiny Fur, who ironically I always envision having somewhat longer fur. I think I decided on Tiny Fur because I couldn't think of anything better to keep with her prefix of tiny. So her lore is Tiny Fur was like destined to die. Tiny Fur and her sibling Hair Snow, their mother got like a prophetic dream where Hair Snow was receiving their warrior name, and Tiny Fur, she was nowhere to be seen. So their mother took this very seriously and knew deep in her heart that Tiny Kit, as she was then, would not make it to adulthood. So she distanced herself from her kits, and Tiny Kit and Hair Kit were raised by a clanmate instead. Tiny Paw nearly made it to 12 moons unscathed until one day she met a fox in the forest. The only other cat with her was a kit who had escaped camp, and though she fought amicably, she was no match for a fox, and was severely injured in the fight, most noticeably losing one of her hind legs. And yes, she was originally supposed to die, but she quickly became one of my favorite characters, despite her background status, and so she didn't. She spent a lot of time in the healer's den, and eventually recovered enough of her strength to start up her training again, and eventually earned her warrior name. And the arc that I had this in, it was crazy. We had overthrowings, rebellions, tyranny, brainwashing, kitty cat superpowers, betrayals, all the stuff. Oh, and here in like a minute, you'll see me plopping down the color palette and realizing Tiny Fur has like 4 colors total. Also, fun fact, she is the granddaughter of Cinderwing, who is also on my Artfight page. And that's that. So this is Tiny Fur. Yeah. Yippee. That guy looks familiar. Right, so this is Loon, who is my Sona. He doesn't have much lore. I made him about a year ago when in a spur of the moment I decided I needed a new Sona. One that wasn't my Undertale self-insert. I picked out some of my favorite things on characters: pointy elf ears, purple hair, freckles, glasses, and a space aesthetic, and bam, there's Loon. My only lore for them is that, like, there's some sort of space deity that was causing too much mischief in the universe and got sent down to Earth by some more powerful space deities in order to learn a lesson of some kind, appreciate nature more or something. I did originally have some sort of document where I wrote their little adventures, but I abandoned it for a different project. I still love this character though, even if their hair is kind of a pain to draw. But you know, I love purple, and purple is Loon's main thing. Now I decided to give him 2 outfits here and the little side turn thing, I'm not entirely sure why. Oh, also I put down on his Artfight page that he can shapeshift. This is true, and this cute little elf form is not their true form. The true form is something probably like a bunch of gas and dust that can vaguely take a shape. I had some sort of like idea for this species, where they're all made from celestial objects. Like one of them was made from a star and could do fusion because of it and glows and stuff. And Loon was created from the birth of the moon, hence the name. Also, I want to point out those little hook shapes are supposed to be clothing folds. I know they look a little, but I'm trying to get better at those added backgrounds and lighting and other things. But yeah, that's the last of these, and if any of these have piqued your interest, you should definitely go check out my Artfight page. I have a lot of cool characters up, including that green-haired OC from earlier, and I'm going to try and revenge everyone who attacks me. I think I'll make a few more of these videos during/after Artfight. So if any of that sounds interesting, stick around, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye for now.